Oh, what's going on, guys? Gamer Dude back once again with another factually instinctive video for your benefit. So, before we begin, as always, if you guys would be so kind to drop a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, please make sure you drop me a subscribe. It would be much appreciated. So, on we go. As you guys may or may not know, a new Mafia game is reportedly in development, and not only is it going to stray away from the whole moving forward from the 60s thing and the oppression on colored people and just the whole taking down of the Mafia, it's going back to its roots of the actual Mafia. So it's going to be more like the first game. So essentially, it's going to be a prequel. Now, I've dug deep and done a little bit of research as to what I can find, and this is what I came up with. Hangar 13 studio head Hayden Blackman has departed from the company. No secret there, he departed a while ago. In an announcement made internally earlier this week and shared with several media outlets, owners 2K Games said that Hayden was leaving the company to pursue his passion in a new endeavour. Whatever that means. Probably another studio's taken him on and offered him more money. Usual case these days. Anyway, meanwhile, anonymous sources talking to Kotaku say that a Mafia prequel is indeed in early development. Nick Baines, studio head for Hangar 13's Brighton office, will take over Blackman's role at head of the company. With 30 years of industry leadership experience, he is the guy for the job. You know, he can do it. Nick joined Hangar 13 in 2018 to establish Hangar 13 Brighton, and has spent the last 4 years growing his team, building up the studio's capabilities and launching terrific projects such as the Mafia Definitive Edition and the Mafia Trilogy. But, you know, that is how you make a definitive edition Grove Street games. Mafia 1 was beautiful. Mafia 2, it was remastered, it was good, but it still felt like a PS3 game. But still, that is how you make a definitive edition Grove Street games. If anyone from Grove Street Games ever watches this video, it's doubtful, but, you know, I'm just saying, that's a definitive edition, not the crap you made. Just stop. Just stop. I can make a better game. I can bring a better game out of my farts. And that is really saying something, because I was bad at programming in college. Moving on. Although this announcement doesn't mention it, it looks like Blackman wasn't the only departure, with Chief Operating Officer Matthew Urban also leaving the company, according to a post on LinkedIn. Why it was on LinkedIn, I have no idea. LinkedIn, I thought, was more of a job posting site, you know, a job forum site. Well, then again, you know, that's actually, yeah, I retract that statement, you know, yeah, forget that, forget I said that. According to Kotaku's sources, the new Mafia game will use Unreal Engine 5, which we've seen on the Matrix beta game, which that city was just beautiful. It felt like I was playing in an actual movie. You know, it felt like an interactive movie. And we've experienced games like that before, you know, where it's been live action and immersive and you've just determined the choices. But this, it'll be a real game. You know, it's not just going to be like the Telltale stuff where you just choose this, that, and this. It's going to be an actual game based on this extremely amazing technology. And a lot of games in the near future will be using Unreal Engine 5, so any next-gen players are really in for a big treat. The other Mafia games, such as Mafia 3, used Unreal Engine 4. And Unreal Engine 4, it's been the dominant force, really, since the end of the PlayStation 3's life. So moving on to Unreal Engine 5, it really disseminates the coming of the next generation. You know, the the fall of a legend, really, the fall of an empire for the whole last gen systems. Possibly why a lot of games that were supposed to be coming to last gen and current gen are getting cancelled on last gen and focused on new gen. But yeah. The Switch would continue a trend of developers moving from in-house engines to Unreal, including the next Witcher game and Tomb Raider game by Square Enix. Speaking of, Square Enix just sold off their rights to Tomb Raider, so who knows? That's up for debate, but that's a video for another day. Moving on. There's seemingly never been a calm moment for Hangar 13. Several of the company's creative leads left after the launch of Mafia 3. And Mafia 3, it shipped with various bugs and other issues. It really wasn't a completed game. It wasn't finished. I mean, when I first started playing it, I had to interrogate this guy, and he just wouldn't die. You know, I was shooting the crap out of him. He went down, I interrogated him, I stabbed him in the throat with a knife, and then he just got back up. I shot him to crap again, and interrogated him again, and he got back up again, and it just kept repeating and repeating and repeating. It was hilarious, but it was like, really? This is supposed to be a next-gen game, and this is happening? You know, games do launch with bugs. It's not 100% guaranteed that a finished product of a game is going to be perfect. You know, no game that's ever launched, going all the way back to the early console generations, has ever been perfect. But still, Mafia 3's bugs, it caused a lot of problems for Hangar 13, and Hangar 13 really didn't like the way the sales went for Mafia 3 either. But they regained their losses with the remastered trilogy, so win-win there. The studio then had massive layoffs in 2018. Last year, 2K Games actually reportedly shut down an unannounced superhero game under development at their studio, in which, and this is a biggie, they'd actually invested $53 million into. So that's a big slum of money to just throw down the toilet. You know, that's basically like, right, we've got this big project for you. Yeah, go ahead with it. It's fine. We love it. They put all this money into it. They put all the creative teams into it. All teams are on board for it. And then suddenly someone's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that no more. And it's like, what? You know, it's just like a slap in the face. Like, no. You're not doing this. Everyone else is doing this. You're not doing this. You're not copying everybody else. No. But yeah, Mafia 1 was by far one of my favorite games on PS2. And again, on the remaster, you know, on the remaster, it feels amazing. It was amazing on the PS2, but on the remaster, it is just amazing. It is the game I wanted on the PS2, just remastered. But I don't know if I have a huge appetite to go back to the series if they bring it back. I mean, a reboot, possibly, but a prequel to the original 3, what's the point? Because the original, I believe, was set in 1930, and the second one was set between 1944 and 1951. So there's not really much more they can do with that, because they've covered the Mafia taking over the cities during the two Great Wars. In Mafia 3, they covered taking down the Mafia through the coverage of the Vietnam War, or just after the Vietnam War. So there's really not much else they can do unless they go back to the Civil War, but then you're talking more of a Red Dead Redemption game than a Mafia game, really. But that's not to say I do want more people to make city-set open-world games around the margins of what Rockstar do. Given, you know, we've had Los Santos for the last 9 years. Please give us something else, Rockstar. Ugh. Anyway, but hopefully Hangar 13 do make something interesting, and this rumour does have some truth to it. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. So thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe if you are new. It would be much appreciated. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So yeah, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all in the next one, guys.